welcome to YogaBuggy. Thanks so much for joining me today. I just got back from an amazing day outside skiing in the mountains. And now that I'm home, I'm ready to do a little bit of yoga, and I'm so happy to have you joining me. This is me earlier today skiing at beautiful Whistler Blackcomb Mountain. Now I'm going to head home to do some yoga with you. Let's take a moment to find a nice comfortable seat. If you like, you can sit up on a pillow or a block. Something like a folded blanket that I have here might be comfy. And then finding a nice tall, comfortable seat, rolling my shoulders a few times. And then I'm just going to take a moment to take a few deep breaths, remembering the amazing fresh air that I was breathing earlier today. Big inhale, sweep your arms up. Big exhale, sweep your arms out. One more like that. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, sweep your arms down. I'm going to send my legs straight out in front of me. You can have a little bit of bend in your knees if you like. I'm just going to start to walk my hands forward towards my feet. Maybe you hold on to your shins or your ankles. Maybe you can touch your toes. You can tuck your chin a little bit, fold down over your legs, getting a nice stretch on the back of your legs and along the back of your spine. Taking a few deep breaths here. I'm bending my knees. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together and let my knees open out towards the side. Here can be a nice place to give your feet a little bit of a rub. You can let your knees fall open. Maybe you like to move them like a butterfly. And then bringing the knees back together. After a day of skiing, I like to stretch the bottoms of my feet. So I do that by coming onto my knees and tucking my toes underneath. You can try this, reach back and grab your toes, and then maybe keeping your hands on the mat, gently getting a little bit of a stretch in the bottoms of your feet. If it feels okay, you can try bringing your hands back, bringing your shoulders a little bit more over top of your hips. Sometimes this can feel really intense in the feet, so if it doesn't feel great for you, keep some weight on your hands. When your legs are on the floor, you're like this. And then just take a few deep breaths here as well. And then coming forward, bring your hands back to the mat if they're not already there. Walk your knees back a little bit, placing your hands outer shoulder distance apart and your toes hip distance apart. We're going to come into downward facing dog. I know a lot of you know this pose. You can pedal your feet, so bend your knee one and then the other, like taking your dog for a walk. And again, opening through the back of your legs. Push your fingertips into the mat. And then maybe find stillness for just a few breaths. You can try lifting one leg up in the air. Lower that down. You lift the other leg into the air. Lower that down. And then gently bring your knees back to the mat. And then bring one foot up between your hands. It doesn't matter which one, we're gonna do both sides. You walk that front foot away from you a little bit. And then bend through the front knee, come forward. And then straighten through the front knee, slowly come back. If you like, you can put an extra cushion under your back knee. Just moving your knees and your hips here. Nice gentle movement. And then you can choose your front foot if you like to keep it down on your mat, or maybe you lift it up. few more like this. And then from the forward position, slide that knee back underneath you and bring the other foot between your hands. Doesn't matter how you get it there. And then the same movement. You can choose your back toes tucked or untucked. And then again, bending and straightening through the front knee, sliding the hips back and forth. Maybe you start to peel the front foot up off the mat. Maybe you keep it flat. And slide that knee back underneath you. A few movements for our spine here. Tucking the chin, push the spine up towards the sky for cat pose. Drop the belly, lift the chin, and then tailbone for cow pose. Moving back and forth here. And then slowly make your way back to seated. Place your feet flat on the mat with your knees bent. This is a pose I like to do to stretch my outer hip a little bit. Take the one foot and cross it over the knee. And then you can adjust by maybe bringing this foot in a little bit closer. Maybe bringing your bum a little bit closer towards your foot. Lift up through your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then another way to do this pose is just to come down onto your back. Just like so. Take a few deep breaths here as well. Maybe rotate your ankles. And then you can push yourself back up to seated. We're going to switch sides. So uncross that ankle, bring the other foot over. And starting sitting up. Nice tall spine here, nice and open through the chest. Maybe bring your foot a little bit closer. And then maybe you take the option to roll down onto your back. Same position with the legs. If you want to rotate your ankles, you can. And then from here, gently uncross your ankle. Send everything up towards the ceiling. Give it a nice shake. Shake, shake, shake. And then gently lower everything back down to the mat. Stretch your legs out long. Leave some space between your feet. Bring your hands down by your sides. Or maybe you like to rest your hands on your belly. Taking a few big breaths here. Taking a moment to be grateful for the wonderful nature that surrounds us. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the yoga. Be sure to check out our other videos and subscribe to the YogaBuggy channel. Bye for now.